Before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep going. The movie starts with Gary, a tow truck driver, arriving at Maddie Barker's house to repossess her car. Maddie, who once had a romantic relationship with Gary but suddenly ghosted him, tries to appeal to his feelings to stop him from taking the car. However, things get awkward when a guy from a casual hookup the previous night walks in wearing only his underwear and starts making inappropriate moves on her. Embarrassed and angry, Gary ignores her pleas and tows the car away. With no vehicle and no way to get around, Maddie puts on a pair of rollerblades and chases Gary down the street. She manages to catch up with him when he stops to grab breakfast and tries to lower her car from the tow truck to drive off. But the car remains firmly attached. In a chaotic back and forth, she attempts to detach it, only for Gary to lift it higher again. Later, it's revealed that Maddie is already on probation because of her past behavior, and now she receives a notice that she owes a large sum in back taxes. Her house, and everything she owns, is at risk of being taken away. Maddie has lived in Montauk her entire life, and the thought of losing her home devastates her. Aside from her side job as a tow truck driver, Maddie also works as a bartender at a beachside bar with her best friend Sarah and Sarah's husband, Jim. During a heated shift, Maddie argues with a rude customer trying to order before opening hours, prompting her boss to call her out for her bad attitude. Later, during their break, Sarah shows Maddie a strange job listing from a wealthy couple. They're looking for someone to date or be a companion to their shy teenage son before he goes off to college, and in exchange, they're offering a Buick Regal as payment. Maddie quickly understands what companion really means, but she's desperate and out of options. She decides to take the job, seeing it as a chance not just to get a car but also to take advantage of a rich family she secretly blames for the rising property taxes threatening her home. Maddie heads to the Becker family's mansion, where she meets the parents, Laird and Allison Becker. They explain that their son Percy is socially awkward and spends most of his time playing video games. Initially, they hesitate because Maddie isn't close to his age, but she charms them and convinces them she's perfect for the role. The only rule: Percy can't know that his parents hired her. They tell Maddie she can find Percy at the local animal shelter where he volunteers. Wearing a tight, eye-catching dress, she shows up pretending to be interested in adopting a dog. Percy introduces her to Milo, a former police dog recovering from cocaine addiction, and Maddie tries to flirt with him. But Percy, clearly uncomfortable with her confidence, gets nervous and tries to leave early. Their first real date takes place at a local bar, where Maddie orders Percy a Long Island iced tea despite his protests. Percy clearly isn't used to drinking, and it shows. Things get even more uncomfortable when Travis, Maddie's ex, shows up, proudly flashing his wedding ring and telling Percy that Maddie did him a favor by dumping him. Maddie laughs it off, but Percy is clearly embarrassed. Later that night, Maddie takes Percy skinny dipping at the beach. Percy hesitates at first, but Maddie playfully teases him until he joins her. Just as they start to relax, 3 drunk teenagers steal their clothes, wallets, and phones. Furious, Maddie storms out of the water completely naked and physically fights them to get their stuff back. After a chaotic brawl, she wins and returns to Percy, who awkwardly tells her that something about her seems off. Back at her car, still shaken, Percy insists on getting his phone from the hood, but Maddie, unfazed, speeds off, making Percy cling to the hood while screaming. The police spot them and start chasing. Thinking fast, Maddie races over train tracks just as a train passes, losing the cops in a wild escape. Later, Maddie tries again to seduce Percy with a playful lap dance at her house, but she stops when she notices a rash on his back caused by stress. Percy finally opens up. He talks about being bullied for sleeping in his parents' room as a kid and making up stories about imaginary girlfriends. Maddie, surprisingly touched, shares an awkward story of her own. Soon after, a local realtor named Don, Maddie's old classmate, visits her. He wants to buy her house, but Maddie refuses, determined to keep fighting for it. Percy later asks her out again, and they spend the day together at an arcade, winning toys and laughing like kids. Then they visit a lighthouse, where Percy nervously asks if he can kiss her. Maddie agrees, and it's a surprisingly sweet moment. Maddie opens up about her life, how she's never left Montauk and still lives in her mom's old house, the one her father gave them before abandoning them for another family. Percy listens intently, clearly falling for her. Later, Maddie takes Percy to a fancy restaurant for their makeup prom. Percy plays the piano beautifully, impressing everyone, especially a confident girl named Natalie, who tells him she's heading to Princeton and invites him to a mixer for future students. Maddie immediately gets jealous and tries to talk him out of going, afraid he'll meet someone his own age, but Percy insists. At the party, Percy gets drunk after mixing alcohol and ibuprofen. When Maddie finds him leaning too close to Natalie, she pulls him away just in time, but chaos breaks out when the host's parents arrive. Maddie gets thrown out, and outside, Percy, completely wasted, accidentally punches her in the throat. Despite that, he confesses his love for her in the limo and tries to sleep with her, but Maddie refuses, realizing he's just a confused kid who doesn't understand what love means. The next morning, Percy's parents are thrilled that their son is finally social and confident. But when he tells them he's not going to Princeton and plans to stay with Maddie, they panic. Allison calls Maddie, begging her to end things. Laird even offers to let her keep the car if she just walks away. Maddie reluctantly agrees, but Percy overhears the whole thing through his car speakers, realizing their relationship was never real. Heartbroken, he shuts Maddie out completely. Later, Percy pretends to make peace with her and invites her for lunch with his parents. During the meal, he drinks wine, acting cold and sarcastic. Then he and his friend Crispin pull a reckless stunt. They drive the Buick into the woods, wedge a rock on the gas pedal, and crash it into a tree, completely destroying it. Afterward, Percy and Maddie finally sleep together, but the experience is awkward and ends abruptly. Percy, humiliated, says he's done and tells her she never leave Montauk. Maddie, realizing she's hit rock bottom, accepts a deal to sell her house and gives it to Sarah and Jim so they can raise their baby there. She plans to move to California for a fresh start. Before leaving, Maddie learns that Percy is heading to Princeton after all. She rushes to find him and explain, but he refuses to listen. In a callback to an earlier moment, Maddie jumps onto the hood of his car as he drives off. In the chaos, she accidentally catches fire from a barbecue grill, and Percy crashed the car into the water to save her. Soaked and laughing hysterically, they both apologize and finally make peace. In the end, Maddie tells Percy she's still moving to California, and he supports her. He admits their time together, as crazy as it was, helped him grow up. The movie closes with Maddie surprising him at Princeton and introducing Milo, the dog, as her new travel companion. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more awesome movie recaps.